Whoever killed me off. Rude. Hello? Can you all hear me? I hope so. My goat? I'm a succubus though. Wait, I can actually be heard, right? Like I'm not being fucked with. Oh? No, we can't. No audio. Are you gaslighting me right now? There's no way. I see my audio being picked up in my input capture. You didn't stop gaslighting me. Stop gaslighting me. You are all so evil. Stop it. Stop it. One of these days, I'm gonna actually be muted and I'm not gonna be able to believe you guys, and then you guys will just have to have a silent stream, which is so awful. Why would you want that? But welcome in everyone. Welcome in Yen. Welcome in Jack. Welcome in Edge. Welcome in Tachi. Welcome in Ari. Welcome in Shiro. Welcome in Fathom. Welcome in Kai. And welcome in Falcon. And well, welcome in at going, I guess. Fucked up. Whoa, blame Falcon. He said at going, and I was like, who is that? She purposely shut down my gas. I haven't even read your message yet. I just saw Falcon shout you out and say at going. She's hyper edging me. Why would you say that? That's so weird. Where are we packing? I'm going to Japan in a week! Wait, I should post a thumbnail on Twitter. In case people don't know I exist. I just thought it'd be kind of funny because we could do like a packing and an uncapping. I was gonna say unpacking because fun fact, newsflash, I was in a little dating show last weekend, I believe. No, wait, yes, last weekend, or was it 2 weekends ago? I don't remember. On Valentine's, post Valentine's, I was on a dating show for like a little bit. So I was thinking about whether I should talk about that today, but I feel kind of bad like talking about it because I did kind of match with. Okay, wait. Like, there were two people that I matched with. One was Geek. That was fine. We played that like an SNL skit. It was actually so funny. The second person I matched with, I don't know if I want to talk about because I feel kind of bad, to be honest. I'd feel bad if I showed that segment and then people ended up dogpiling on them or like, I don't know, saying things that aren't very nice, I guess. And I don't really want to do that to that person. It was just like a for fun kind of dating show anyway. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Geek ever talked about it on his stream, but I think Geek's and my segment was genuinely so funny. Cause Geek did an entire like performative male segment, and I also kind of ran a similar bit where I was like, oh my god, Pookie, I got these Pokemon cards for you. I didn't do that voice, but I should have done that. That would have been even funnier. I ran like I ran an e-dater bait thing, and Geek ran a performative male bit. So that was really funny, like the counter energy to each other. And then we had two panelists that were meant to be like the hosts, or like they were meant to be like the cupids and all that, right? And they were just sitting there like, what the hell? It was so funny. And Geek and I had to do improv for basically, I think, like 20 minutes. And it was, yeah, I don't know, I had fun. That improv section with Geek, that was really fun. The second person that I matched with was okay. I felt bad because you guys know I do like a crazy girl bit kind of well, right? Like you guys know I tend to be like, oh, so you hate me? Oh, so you don't care about me? Like, if I were your girlfriend, would you still love me if I was a worm? You know, I always pull that. I always ask you guys stuff like that. Right, I always ask you guys things like that. And I kind of dialed that up. I kind of dialed that up to like, the max for my second match, just because I thought it was funny. Or it was funny to me a little bit because I'm kind of an opportunist, right? Like, if someone fumbles and they give me an opening to be like, oh, so you hit me, or like, oh, so you don't care about me, like, I will do it. You know what I mean? I will do it. And that's kind of what happened for like 15 or so minutes, just because that person just kept giving me ammo, and also just because like I would try to rib with the person, and that person's hobby was longboarding, right? So I was like, oh my god, like what else is long? And they were like, the board? And I was like, oh. Anyway. Like, my actual reaction was just, oh. Like, you know, as a succubus, right? What do you do about that? What do you do when you try to like work with innuendos and they're like, something normal? And I'm like, oh, now what? I think, oh, it was kind of funny too because he had like a little whistle thingy that was kind of like a mini recorder or like a flute, and then he was playing like a little ditty on it, right? And I was like, oh, it's a lot smaller than I thought. You know, maybe he's a grower, not a shower. And he didn't say anything, and I was like, oh no. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, that was just my thought. Like, I try to be like a little flirty and it completely backfires on me. Not because it was like a serious thing, but just because you guys know me, I love a good innuendo. You guys know me. It's funny if the sexual innuendo doesn't get delivered, it's instant awkward to the entire situation. Yeah, that's basically what happened to me. That's basically what happened to me. And I was just there like, oh. Everyone be like, I don't want to talk about it, talks about it. Okay, I'm talking about it very vaguely though. I don't want to show any clips. And I don't want to, like, air out the whole segment, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was fun. It was my first time on a dating show, and I just thought it was like all in good fun. I had an interesting time. It was interesting watching the other contestants. Contestants? Yes? Islanders? I don't know. Discord sitters? I don't know what you want to call it. But yeah. I mean, if you want to look it up, it's on Adria's channel. But I won't say or promote it much more than that. It has passed, so pretty interesting or pretty funny in my opinion. Let me scroll back up because I was just yapping and I didn't like read any chat. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me backtrack. My story's done. Thank you Ari for the streak. Thank you 100 yen for the streak. Thank you guys. I'm surprised that you guys watch like. It's always crazy to me when I see like streaks. I'm like, what the hell? Girl who's never held more than like a 20-day streak in her life, generally. Geek was like, is that my favorite locally homegrown Singaporean succubus cutie patootie VTuber? Where's my ew? This one? No, it's not that. I don't know about that one. It's kind of funky. Don't know about that one, buddy. Okay, we're good now. Anyway, welcome in Naren, by the way. And blah 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 blah. Welcome in Lucy. Welcome in Yapper. And good night. I'm sorry I missed your message. Good night, Diva. I hope you rest well. Hero says for real. Is it gonna be a cultural visit? Oh no. Nothing like that. It's for weeaboo reasons. I'm going for HoloFest, which I'm really excited for. It'll be my first time going to HoloFest, and I'll be going for 2 of the concerts and 1 day of expo. So I'm really excited. So yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be like almost a week-long trip. I'm pretty much just spending all my time in Tokyo, and I'm just gonna run around and have fun. It'll be like a nice break. But I'm also gonna try to make content. Like, I'll probably be visiting a lot of like spots. Because you guys know me, I love my trinkets, I love my merch, I love my makeup, so I'm probably gonna check out most of the popular spots. Like, I was planning to hit up like the IRL Persona 5 cafe in the actual neighborhood that Persona 5 was based on. And then I was also gonna hit up the res landmarks from the Chainsaw Man movie, like the phone booth and everything. I was also gonna hit up maybe like the Tamagotchi factory. So yeah, weeb trip for sure. Wait, let me scroll back down. Lucy, wow, Lucy and Falcon just bar for bar with each other. I love that. I love that you guys are so bonded. Cat, thank you for the resub. 12 months! A whole year of knowing Cat. That's crazy. Can you pack Burb? Burb has to pay for his own accommodations and his own flight, because the room that I got only has 1 bed, and I'm very pure like that. I just don't do that. Anyway, Trev, welcome in. Milk, welcome in as well. Accidentally I had 1 drink and stayed in the city too long after dinner. Take care of yourself. I hope you manage to get home safe. Waffle, welcome in as well. Waffle was late today. Jeez. Oh, but thank you for the 40 streams! What the hell? Akabani, welcome in. Cherry, welcome in as well. Tokyo's a great place to get all those things. I used to live there. Really? Where are you based now? Jack says you got tickets? Yeah, I always had tickets for stage 1 because one of my friends lucked out and got tickets to stage 1, which wasn't really what I was gunning for. I really wanted tickets for stage 2 because stage 2 is the one where Gigi is performing and Gigi's my Oshi. So I really wanted to go this year because I wanted to see perform, and this is her first year performing as part of the HoloFest lineup, so I was super stoked to try to make it there. Or well, it was a goal since last year for me to make it to HoloFest this year so that I could see G. That was basically it. And then I got lucky basically because for HoloFest they do this thing where they sell tickets with obstructed views. So in other words, I'm gonna have a really lousy view at some point in the concert. Hopefully it's not for the entirety of the concert, and hopefully it's not when Gigi is performing. But I'm gonna have a really shitty view at some points. I think that's fine. You know, at least I get to be there and I get to see her, and hopefully I get to I get to hear her at the very least. Hopefully I get to see her, but we'll have to see. I'm just excited in general. First fest, first expo, big things. Oh, 6, 7, Roku, Nana, Liu, and all that jazz. I saw what it was in Korean earlier, but I forgot already. Well, I'm studying. Good luck, Lucy. Let my mistake disappear. It's okay. The chat is reviving it. Wow, Lucy H67 is actually a hate crime. I did not like that one, Waffle. I think Lucy deserved to shoot you. Your Oshi, that's Oshi-hen? Wait, why is it Oshi-hen? That's so exciting. I hope you have a nice time at the concert. Thank you! I'm super... Oh, you're from... Okinawa! Oh, wait, what's the time zone like? Because it's 11:30-ish here, but... Yeah, I don't know. What's the time difference like? Fathom said unsub for what? And for what? What did I say? I'm sorry, I started this by accident. Oh, that's like a pregnancy. You just gave birth to something new and fun for the rest of chat. Isn't that cute? 12:27 a.m. here, so an hour. Yeah, that would be an hour ahead. Like, I don't know why I thought it might be different. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, I wanted to like pack or like, I don't know. How do you guys pack for trips when you guys are traveling or when you guys are like going somewhere, even if it's like a day trip? How do you guys pack? You guys like plan out what you want beforehand, or like you guys just throw everything into a suitcase and let life decide? You know what I mean? I'm the kind of person, yeah, okay, I'm exactly like Cherry. I'm the kind that will make a list and like, I don't know, I'm the kind of person that will plan my outfits. Because, wait, oh, this is my super random life update. And it's also why I was like almost late for stream today. I bought an Ita bag. This is really strange to say, but I bought an Ita bag because I wanted one that could fit plushies. Because I had one, I have one Ita bag, but it's kind of old, and the design's kind of like you can tell that it's old. So I wanted like a new one, and I also wanted like a bigger one so that I could put like my little Gigi plushies in them. Because I have one Gigi plushie right now, but I'm gonna have another one because I got her birthday merch. And then I was just thinking, like, it's kind of a shame if I don't get like to bring them out, right? Like my daughters, literally. So I was just thinking, okay, why not I get an Ita bag, and like when else will I use it, right? Other than in Japan. And as it would turn out, I was like doom scrolling on like a reseller site today. For those that aren't local, it's called Carousel over here. Oh well, actually I should say that for locals it was Carousel. Yeah, I was just like doom scrolling on Carousel like yesterday or the day before, and I happened to find one that was like perfect because I really wanted like a Ita bag that could definitely fit a plushie. I found it, and I don't know, it's just so cute. Once I set it up, I will take a photo. It's surprisingly big. I don't know, I feel like I have an issue of perceiving size, or like I overestimate or underestimate like sizes. That's a really awful thing to say out of context as a succubus, but like but on the seller's listing, they said that the bag could fit a 16-inch laptop. And I was like, oh, that's like a normal sized bag. Like that doesn't sound that sounds normal, right? And then I got it today and it's huge. Like, I kind of forget that 16-inch laptops are fucking massive. I had one when I was still in like uni and everything because it was a gaming laptop, right? Oh, that thing was huge. So I don't know why, like, it didn't really like capture in my brain like that the bag was gonna be kind of huge, and I was like, fuck. I guess it's fine because I can just use it for HoloFest. Like, I can put a change of clothing inside, I can put all my necessities inside, I can put my Gigi inside, like, it's all good. Can you bring the Rascal souvenirs? How do you want me to do that, Fathom? I can bring you souvenirs in the form of vlogs. I'm really planning to vlog this time. I know I said that about my last Japan trip, and then nothing ended up coming out. I'm sorry, but this time for sure, especially because I'm going for Holo Expo, I'm definitely gonna vlog. I haven't decided on the format yet, and whether I want it to be like short form or like just a long form thing on like YouTube, but I will definitely do a vlog of sorts this time. How is it pack and tournament roll? I like that that's been like absorbed into your vocab, by the way. I love the term tournament roll. Also, I had so many diabolical questions for you guys today because I got to talk with all my friends over like the past week or two, and we had such good conversations. And by good, I mean mentally scarring for some of you, I imagine. But I'm gonna save that for my collab tomorrow with Thorin and Falcon, because I want them to be able to answer me in real time. You know what I mean? I need their opinions. Falcon says, what the heck? No, please. No, it's nothing bad. I promise it's nothing. it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I think. I'm thinking it's probably not that bad. Let me laugh at her. Fuck you. Die! Get smited. Get smited on the spot right now! I hope that when you sweat or when you cry when you're studying, the teardrop or the sweat drop falls exactly on a note that you were writing and then it smudges. And then when you try to correction tape it or like scribble it out, the paper tears! And then you have a hole in your notes. I don't cry while studying. Well, I hope your Coke Zero leaks onto your paper. Or like condensation from like water or something just drips on your paper. What kind of sauna do you think he studies? I don't fucking know. He sweats easily. This I heard from Lucy directly in the gym, okay? Or did I say that to Lucy? I don't remember. I might be spreading misinformation right now. Get Rascal's POV now and tomorrow grill them. I mean, that's also possible because Soren technically knows one question for what I wanted to ask. Because I asked Soren about the collab and he was like, okay, sure. And I was like, I'm so excited. I have so many good questions to ask you. He was like, can I get like a sample? Just in case. And then I told him the question. He was like, oh, it actually wasn't too bad. And I was like, what did you think I was gonna ask you? Like, did you think I was gonna ask you which hole you prefer? Like, why? I don't know. Why is it that when I say I have some fun, exciting questions for chat, you guys all think I'm gonna ask you something diabolical? Like, you know, I know I've asked whether you guys would fuck the blue people from Avatar before, right? But they're not always like that. They're not always that genre. They're similar, but like, it's not always that. Nothing about his brother. Oh, I did message him about his brother though, so that wasn't an unrelated conversation. And no, it doesn't have, the question has nothing to do with his brother specifically. You know that one Danganronpa execution? That's how I feel. That's how you guys feel when I say I have an exciting question for chat, like the Danganronpa execution meme where like the guillotine is just getting closer. No, stop. There's no way. Oh no, I definitely talked to that girl group that openly talks about smashing. That's where the question is coming from. Because it was a discussion over Hot Pot. Girl, Fathom, let me tell you, there is nothing I love more. There's nothing that was more healing to me in the past week. Apart from like just having a good old yap session over Hot Pot with a Disney Plus show playing in the background. You know, there's just nothing like it. Like, you know, it was cold out because it's been rainy these past few days. We were like around the table sharing hot pot, drinking soup, talking about redacted topics, Disney Plus in the background. Yup. Nothing beats that feeling. Nothing really beats that feeling. So should I start from the team questions? I genuinely have a list of questions. I was so excited to talk about this that not only did I write the questions down in a memo so that I could ask you guys, I also immediately texted my trio friend group with the Fruity colleague so that I could get his opinion and my other colleague's opinion on this NSFW question. Because I was like, I need to know what Mr. Fruity Guy thinks. Like, this is something that he needs to weigh on and he probably has the most expertise in. So I had to immediately ask them. Where are my questions? Do you guys want me to start with the tame ones? I have like tame ones. They're like, I have normal questions. Then I have like slightly crazy ones. Okay, should I start with the craziest one? Guys, she's a 10 or he's a 10. You're talking to someone. You really like them. Member of the preferred sex, basically. Like, you know, you love them. Well, not you love them, that's a bit strong. You like them. You are considering maybe sleeping with them. They say, oh, I actually happen to have tattoos. You say, oh, what kind of tattoos? and they say Jesus. And then he lifts up his shirt, his sleeve, and he has a full color Jesus. It's a full color Jesus tattoo on his inner bicep. Or her inner bicep. Is that a smash or pass? Yeah, no, there's more, there's more. Arm, I think, is mostly fine. No, but it's full color though, Shizu. It's Jesus. It's religious imagery of Jesus surrounded by flowers, full color, just completely on the upper inner bicep. And you know, it's like Falcon said, there's more, right? Because the guy's like, oh, actually, I love Christian art, so it's not only Jesus on the outer bicep, on the outer upper bicep. Mother Mary's there too. It's like Smash Bros. They're all, you know, everyone's invited. They're all in, and they're just next to each other. Oh my god! And then it's Mother Mary's also full color. She's right next to she's right next to Jesus. Just the whole upper arm, right? And you know, you're just thinking, right? Like, you're just thinking, oh, why do you have these tattoos? Like, are you a devout Christian? Do you, you know, is religion very important to you? He's like, no, I just like Christian art. Like, smash or pass though. Smash or pass. Bro is a Renaissance church. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy, innit? So that happened to my friend basically, and she passed, obviously, because she was like, "What the hell, bro?" And we were also just laughing at her and cackling at her because we were like, "Bro, he's gonna kabed on you, and Jesus is gonna be looking at you at the same time that he's looking at you." I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. If I'm getting cracked by someone and I look up at him, is Jesus looking at me too? I can't. The Guadalupe is on your back full mural style. I mean, it's fine unless I'm pegging him and, you know, like I'm hitting it from the back, then I won't see it, right? But like, if Jesus is on the inner arm, right? Like, he's gonna look at me. Well, the guy's looking at me while we're, you know, in the middle of fucking or something. And it's like, well, no. Maybe if he had the shirt on, right? Maybe if, because the guy was muscular. Like, I can't deny this guy was, like, muscular, right? So maybe if he was wearing one of those, like, Under Armour compression shirts, and he just covered up like the giant ass Jesus tattoo. Maybe that would be possible. Like, it's a maybe. I feel like I would have to drink knowing that this guy has performative Christian tattoos on his arm. But you know, if he's hot, right? What's a one night stand? It's a maybe for me. Solid maybe. Slightly controversial, but solid maybe. Why is Falcon saying dots? What's? I'm just saying hypothetically. Hypothetically, okay? If it's been like a really dry season or some shit and I'm like a little tipsy, maybe something could happen, but he needs to keep his shirt on. If Jesus can make eye contact with me, I'm not doing anything. Girl, you've been dry for years? I just... The pin is crazy! Excuse me! Why are you pinning that? Hello? Anyway. Unpin that shit. Okay, minors might be looking. Okay, let's get rid of that. Stop it. I can't have that be someone's first impression of me. I'll die of shame. I'm a succubus. I have to. I can't have that be the first impression of me. What minor? I don't fucking know. A little too late. No. It's not. There are no new chatters, so it's fine. Isn't this an 18 plus? No, I don't think so. I don't actually think I mark my streams with the 18 plus thing. I should though. Minors might be looks inside the box. Succubus VTuber. Okay, I mean, to be fair, it's not like I do anything really sexual. It's just more like I think I tend to talk about not so appropriate topics. Okay, wait, let me scroll back up in chat. I'm kind of thinking about a meme of two guys having sex and they show their biceps to each other. Oh. Okay. Oh. I didn't think about that. This sounds like something my friend would do in an alternate universe. Get a Jesus tattoo? Honestly, if it's just because she likes the art, isn't crazy religious, I think it's fine. It's kind of an ugly Jesus tattoo though, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm sorry. I feel like Jesus would be chill about it, okay? Like, my guy Jesus, I was in a Christian school for like a good number of years. I feel like he's got me, like, low-key. Sorry, Diva. But, it was an ugly Jesus tattoo. I don't know, what can I say? What can I say? It just wasn't very good looking. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of Jesus is always watching Shizu, my friend basically... Okay, so I have a friend that accidentally went out on a date with someone a lot younger than her. And she was like, oh fuck. And then, she was basically like, just dying when she told us because she was like, oh my god, I'm a cougar. I'm a cougar by accident. And then we were like, no girl, actually, it's fine. Like, I mean, you didn't like do anything bad and you refused all his advances, so I feel like morally you're fine. But the funny thing is that she told our group, right? And then she also has this one BFF that she basically trusts a lot, and like, you know, that's her BFF, right? But the thing about this bestie is that this bestie has really loose morals and is crazy thirsty. So she was telling this friend of hers about having gone on a date with a guy that was younger than her by a good number of years, and how he basically offered to keep buying her things and really wanted to buy her something and really wanted like her validation and like hinting that he liked her a lot, and how she refused all of it. And she was like, the friend was like, sometimes you should put your morals down. Like, sometimes you need to let go of your morals. Like, is Jesus watching you? Are you afraid? Because honestly, what do you have this shame for? Like, what are you ashamed for? Who is watching you? You know? And my friend was like, she's deranged? But no, as in like, they don't agree with each other. But like, her friend kind of had a point there. You know, I feel like in some situations, it's okay to like loosen the morals a little bit and really take a step back and think like, oh, is God judging me right now? I feel like he would be chill with this. You know what I mean? So that was my takeaway from that conversation. Like, her friend spits bars sometimes. Like, I have to say, like, she's crazy. Like, that friend of hers is crazy, actually crazy, but like, I can't deny she's got some bangers. And she also gives us very good stories through our friend. Because our friend is like, oh my god, you will never guess what, I'm gonna call her Sam, what Sam got up to this time. Like, she's been bored in her healing era, so now she's like subtly trying to hit on a guy in her friend group. And she's trying to make it happen in such a way that she can flirt with him and then have plausible deniability that she's flirting with him. That kind of thing. Like, I don't know, her friend just does stuff like that. It's crazy. Good for her. Good for them. I think they have a very cute friendship. Sam is dangerous. Sam is not neutral evil, but Sam is chaotic something. I don't know whether it's chaotic good or chaotic neutral, but it's definitely chaotic something. Like, she does not live a normal life. She's funny though. Like I said, I feel like she's got such a creative mind. Like, some of the stuff that she says, some of the stuff that she does, I'm just like, wow. That's the mind of a creator. You know what I mean? That's just, wow. I aspire to have organic creativity like that. Is what I'm saying. Was my friend flexing? No, she was just really like mortified because she was like, oh my fucking god, that was a date. I went out on a date with a guy that was much younger than me, and the whole time just really wanted to like date me, but I can tell that he's really young just from the look on his face. Like, just from how his face looks, you can tell that he's really young because we saw pictures of him. And it was just like, oh my god, thankfully I'm never seeing him again. Wait, Lucy says, is that the day we quit? Hey, it wasn't me! I didn't go on some crazy date like that. It was my friend. But even then, it wasn't really like intentional because she just wanted... This guy was basically like a friend of hers, and she basically agreed to meet him for like breakfast because she is moving away kind of soon, basically. So it was just kind of like a, oh, hee chill breakfast before he moves away type situation. But then instead of getting breakfast around the area, the guy was like, oh, like here's $50. Take a car home, shower and change, and meet me at this mall. And then when she was like preparing to leave the house and everything, he texted her. He was like, oh, bring a jacket, by the way, we might be watching a movie. And she was like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, I thought we were just gonna get breakfast at like the hawker center. What is happening? So yeah, that happened. She did actually meet him at the mall, and then it turned into like a date in like a decent place. And then she had been meaning to check out like a store, I guess, to get like some new shoes and everything. So he basically like accompanied her and was just going around the stores with her and just like, you know, picking out items and being like, oh, don't you think you would look like don't you think you would look good in this, or like don't you think like this would be nice on you? And then he basically kept trying to buy her things, and it was just... Okay, wait. I'm back. Sorry. But some context is that this guy is rich. He has like 3 or 4 companies. Like, the guy is rich, and he also really had an interest in my friend because he basically kept implying like, oh, you know, would you wait if in the future maybe, or you know, just saying things like, oh, but you're this age and I'm this age, like purposely upping his age by 1 and lowering her age by 1 so that their ages would be like a little bit closer, and she would have to be like, no, my age is this age and your age is this age, like, let's not lie. But yeah, because he was very rich, he was basically just constantly offering to like buy her things and like trying to get a sense of what she liked and what she didn't like. Like, he would point out bags in like random stores that they passed by, and he would be like, oh, you know, do you think girls would like this? And my friend would be like, maybe. And then he'd be like, would you like this? And she'd be like, no, because she knew exactly what he was doing. So she basically denied all of his advances up until she had to go off for like dinner, because she had like dinner plans with her other friends. And then the guy still got a car for her, which was crazy. And yeah, I don't know. He's doing the strats and fail pretty much, but my friend just purely wasn't interested. Like a decade difference, not that much, but not a small amount. Like, it's an amount that would be questionable. You know what I mean? It's enough of an age gap to raise eyebrows, is how I describe it. Also, you guys roughly know my age. So, if you just count downwards for what might be problematic, I feel like you guys can kind of guess what the guy's age might have been. Which is why you guys might be able to see how it's a bit iffy. Depends on the age group. I'm not gonna confirm anything, because I feel like if I confirm anything, I'm gonna give away my actual age. But it's not 10, but still in a range that would maybe be problematic or concerning. So my friend was like, no thank you, absolutely not, I refuse to date down that far. I'm out. As much as the guy is nice and all, like, I just don't wanna deal with that. And I think she was also saying something about his mindset and how, like, it's quite immature and almost incel leaning. Because she had this conversation with him, right, where he was like, oh, I don't think guys and girls can be friends. Which is actually one of the things that I actually wanted to ask you guys. Do you think guys and girls can be friends? And, well, the follow-up for what my friend asked him was that, oh, so if you're dating someone, like if you're dating someone and your girlfriend happens to have a guy best friend, then what? And then he was like, oh, she has to block him, otherwise she can go date someone else. Like, what would you guys do in that situation? Like, would you... Well, if you were dating a girl... Because most of you in chat right now are guys, right? Like, if you were dating a girl... And you're like, hey, I have a girl best friend. Or like, she knows you have a girl best friend. She's like, block her. Would you? I'm getting blocked? Wait, but I'm your girl best friend? Wait. She doesn't need me to, I just hate. One day I get to use my model. All I do is get... For what? Of course, I think it's healthy to have friends of all genders. Depends on trust. Originally, I would have said if I knew who they were and I understand that their dynamic, but one of my friends got cheated on like that. Oh shit. Okay. I don't like it, but I can't expect to change their relationships. I just asked their respectable boundaries also wouldn't work. Oh, that's fair. Oh, welcome to Daku. How have you been? She has my family? No, I don't. I don't even know where you fucking live, dude. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? It was really funny because we were asking like my friend who had the Jesus tattoo encounter. We were like, babes, if we were all guys, because we're an all girlfriend group, right? We were like, if we were all guys, and your boyfriend told you to block us, would you? And she was like, I would block you guys on one platform, and we would have to move to IG DMs or something. We were like, you know what? That's respectable. I get it. Depending on the person and the friend, to be honest, might not be the relationship for me. I would walk out. Really? Oh. Maybe I'm naive, but if you're uncomfortable with your significant other hanging out with their bestie of the opposite gender, it kind of shows an insecurity. But yeah, it also depends on the context of the relationship. I get that. I think for me personally, it also really depends. Because, like, we were discussing this in our group too. We were like, would I block someone for a guy? And, like, at the same time, like, would I demand that of a partner? I would never demand that of a partner. But if it's something that makes me upset or something that makes me jealous, I would keep it. Unless it was serious to the point where I have to like talk to my partner about it and be like, I think she likes you and it's making me really uncomfortable. Like, you need to either distance yourself from her or like I walk out of this relationship. But like if it was me personally, I wouldn't block anyone for a partner, to be honest. Because to me, it's like, why? I feel like I treat my partner very differently from the way I treat my friends. So to me, I personally think I have enough of a boundary. So I don't know about all that. Not respectable. You have to lie to a partner and create the illusion that you block friends. You gotta be a homie too. Friends before girls. Yeah, I mean, that was my friend's answer. I was just like, well, I wouldn't at all. It's a red flag to me because it's like, why are you so insecure of like other guys, especially if he's like, I don't know, like some Chaewon flag haver or like some girl, some K-pop guy gooner. I'm like, girl, you need to like check yourself. There's a girl who I was with who didn't like a girl I hung out with. Never had to block her, so I didn't have to think or decide. Oh, I see. I'm easily jealous, but I always happen to date the type of girl that yearns to be the center of attention all the time and change depending on the group. I see. Kai says, pretty chill. I strongly believe in freedom and trust. Like, I won't cage them. Yeah, I feel that. That's kind of where I'm at. But the thing is, I have jealous tendencies. I think I am kind of a possessive partner when I'm seeing someone. So I don't know. I feel like the way I deal with jealousy is that I kind of like either talk it out with my partner if I think there really is a reason to like bring it up to them. But if I think it stems from somewhere like internal, like, oh, like the girl is like a 10 to me and to me I'm like a 5 or something, then that's something I have to deal with on my own, because that would be my own insecurity, and I feel like it'd be unfair to project that on my partner and be like, oh, block this girl, like just because I'm jealous of how she looks. Like, that's weird. Yeah, I want them to value their relationships. Exactly, Fathom. I get it. I feel like that's fair, but if you feel that way, is it because it's true or is it because you're insecure with him spending time with her? That's my worry. I don't want to gate my significant other from seeing someone they care about for the sake of my misread on them. I get that. I think it really depends, because I feel like I would trust my gut on these things. Like, if she seemed unnaturally touchy with my significant other, or if they seem unnecessarily close, or like if she keeps trying to one-up me in front of my significant other and my significant other doesn't choose to side me or prioritize me, I think that's when I would get really upset. Because for me, it's like, okay, like, you can have female best friends. Like, you can have, like, as many as you want, right? But to me, it's like, if you don't prioritize me or choose me, then why are you dating me? How would you feel if they spent more time with their girlfriend than you? Like, they're together every other day or something. Depends on the context. Like, if they're colleagues, it can't be helped. Right? Because if they're colleagues, like, they are bound to be together, like, every day. And usually I don't really date within my industry. So it's unlikely that I would ever... I don't know, I feel like it'd be messy to date a colleague. I don't think I would ever date a colleague. Or, like, I don't think I would ever want to date someone in the same industry as I am. So it'd be impossible for me to spend a lot of time with my partner. Like, every day. You know what I mean? But if my partner had a female best friend in the office and they were just constantly spending time together, I think it just makes sense. Like, you know, if you're... Nah, they're like besties and intentionally made plans together, then it depends. Right? Like, is he prioritizing plans of her over me? Because if he's prioritizing plans of her over me, then I'm gonna get mad. That's it. Here's the question. Okay, Shizu, shoot! Oh, I love talking about love stuff like this. It's great. Like that prom peeling topic. This is like a more macro version of that, I guess. Both ways though? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean by that, Falcon? Oh, as in like, provided I don't do the same thing. Like, I don't plan, like, I guess, outings with guy friends as well. I mean, same. Cause for me, I don't know. I feel like for me, my partner is the move. Do you feel it goes both ways? In what sense? Okay, wait. Let me read the question. Where do you find people nowadays to date? Cause I really dread getting on dating apps. It feels like hell. I've heard mixed reviews. Because I have friends that have found love off of dating apps, but I kind of get why for some people it would be like a pain. Especially for guys, because like for guys, it's a girl's market, kinda. But yeah, you're kind of asking the wrong chat, I'm sorry. Like, the only girl representation is me. And, from what I've seen and heard of a guy's POV of dating apps, it's kind of tough. But I don't know. I feel like if you want to organically meet people, you just have to put yourself in situations where you can meet new people. You know what I mean? Like they have mixer events. Like you could go to bars, you could go to the club. You could go to like community cafe events. I don't know, if you cosplay, you could meet other cosplayers. I've heard of people getting together through cosplay. I don't know. I feel like there are ways. There are ways to organically meet people and expand your circle and maybe find love from that. And honestly, apps aren't that bad in my opinion, as long as you don't put too much stock into it. Like, if you are putting your life on the line and swiping on Hinge and Bumble and Tinder every day, of course it's gonna make you miserable. You know what I mean? But if you just swipe in your free time and like when you know you're emotionally ready for a relationship and you don't like invest yourself into getting a date, I think it's fine. Organically it's hard because I have no issue talking to people, but in Singapore I feel like no one is open to being approached. That's why I say like I think mixers or like community events are important for that, because people go to these events with the intention, I guess, or with the intent to meet new people and like connect with people. But yeah, and it's Singapore culture too. I don't know. My stance on dating apps is that it's not that bad as long as you don't swipe like your life is on the line. Like, you can't be on there like 24/7 just hoping, praying to God that you get a match. Just be nonchalant about it, you know? Like, live your own life, get your own experiences, like be yourself, and then if you happen to get matches, you happen to like ask people out on dates, why not? I think Rua is sick of my shit. I actually just didn't read it. Like, I read it halfway and then I got bored. Because you sent like 7 messages in a row, and I was like, I read till the 4th one, I was like, man, like, I mentally swiped, you know? Like, it was kind of like, it was like TikTok for a second, like my FYP. Lucy, the thing that Lucy said is something that would only really work in like a school. I feel like unless you're in a platform or in a situation where people are open to meet and talk like that, like, it wouldn't work. Fucking attention span of a 5-year-old, I do actually. When it comes to you, yeah. Yeah, bro. It's organic or forever alone for me. I refuse to do dating apps. Really, Fathom? Why? I'll be honest. When I was on dating apps recently, this is gonna sound kind of evil. This is gonna sound kind of evil of me. But like, a couple months back when I was on dating apps, now I've just like gone bored of it, so I don't do it anymore. But like, when I was on there, I would just swipe on anyone that seemed like they would make good conversation. Like, there was one person that I stopped talking to after they handed over Taobao links to film. Like film photography film. And I was like, oh, thanks! And I kind of ghosted them. Which wasn't great of me, but I did learn like new things, right? Because that person was like, do you know that in some stores on Taobao, they extract the film that they use in disposable cameras? So if you really want that kind of output, you really want that kind of color, you can actually just find it. And I was like, oh my god, really? Where? Like, do you have a link to that? And he was like, oh my god, I do actually. And then he sent me the link and I stopped talking to him. So that was that. That was that. I just kind of take it as a platform to like yap. And that's it. Let's see. Maybe I just need to hit the bar. Hope a bartender can lobang me. That's crazy, girl. Okay, I've heard of some success at the club. Like, at the club, but I don't necessarily know. Because what I've heard of Singaporean club culture is that it's not great for socializing. So maybe overseas. But I feel like at the club, you kind of risk being like, do you live alone? Put your phone number in my iPhone 16 Pro Max. Or like, ni howdy, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's tough at the club. It's tough, it's tough. In the club, we all fam. That's what it's like in my streams, I feel. Like, all you guys as the Kirby's right now, oh my god, like, in the club, we all fam. I feel like people lie on their profiles. True, I lie on my profile. Like, I kind of lie a little bit on my dating app profiles because I don't want to immediately be outed as a loser fucking weeaboo. And that's not to say that I'm like ashamed of my hobbies, okay? I love being a gross otaku. I love having my Joker merch, my memorabilia. I look up at my desk, I look up at my wall every day and I have all my anime boys and girls in front of me. No shame at all. But like, I don't want that to be someone's first impression of me. Or like, an impression that they boil me down to. So I usually keep it off my profile and I will only bring it up if we're having a conversation and the conversation goes there. Because, I don't know, I think for me, I like for people to think that, you know, I'm funny or I'm attractive. And then, oh my god, surprise! She's actually really into anime in like a concerning way. That kind of thing. Like I'll leave them like a little breadcrumb to let them know that I'm into anime or like I'm into gacha games, but like I won't let them know the full extent of it. Like I won't be like, oh my god, flying to Japan for Hololive in 2026. You know what I mean? Like I'm not doing that. But I'm kind of going forth with my hot girl who likes the game and occasionally watch anime. And then when they get to know me, or like if they even get to know me to that point, right? I will open up and be like, yeah, actually, I just bought an Ita bag that I wanted to put my Oshi's plushie in because I'm getting another Oshi plushie. And then I just wanted to make an Ita bag dedicated to my Oshi. And then also I cosplay. I don't know. Those are really strong openers, especially if you're not like OnlyFans or like Twitter cosplayer level attractive. Like if you don't have the face card or if you don't have the body card to outweigh your nerdy hobbies on first impression, I feel like it's hard to make a case for it. Does that make sense? I don't want to sound like deprecating to my own hobbies because I love being a weeb. I love my idol music. I love my anime girls. But I just don't want that to be like, oh my god, that's the girl that I met on this dating app who's really, really into VTubers. You know what I mean? That's basically it. Okay, here's a question. What's the layer 1 hobby to tell someone you're into on a first date? I think anime is fine. Yes, I think anime is fine. But I think it depends because like it depends on how you write it. And it depends on what you say, I guess. Because if someone says they like anime, I might strike a conversation and be like, oh, like, what anime do you like? And then if they tell me, like, isekai slop, I'm like, okay. Like, I know you started watching anime during the pandemic. Like, I know what you are, okay? Or, like, if I tell them what anime I like because they ask me that question, and they say, oh my god, I'm surprised you watch more than Kimetsu no Yaiba or Attack on Titan. I'm like, I know exactly what you are. Okay? I know exactly what you are. And I can't believe you're being patronizing to me right now. Unbelievable. But Isekai Slop, that was me with my male colleague. Because we were like talking about anime because he has like a Yoasobi hoodie. So I think on his first day in, or like the second day that we were talking to each other, I was like, you definitely watch anime because you like Yoasobi, right? What do you watch? And he was like, oh, my favorite recently is Solo Leveling. And I was like, right. I was like, okay, what else is on the list? And he was like, I don't know, I just really like isekai anime in general. I like Frieren, and I was like, okay, you're safe in my book. You're really giving straight man that just started watching anime after the pandemic right now, but you're safe in my book. Unironically, I love isekai. I think it depends. If the only genre of anime you watch is isekai and post 2020 isekai, like I kind of look down on you like a little bit. I'm sorry. I can't. You have to have a little bit of culture in you. You have to just have a taste of what it was like to be a loser before anime became popular. Philo would say what's the problem with being new to anime? Nothing in terms of like interpersonal relationships, but I think to me, personally, my hot take is that when it comes to dating, as a girl, guys can be a little patronizing about it. Like, if for example, I tend to like I think she means nothing if you don't watch the older ones. If you say you're in wait, what? She's an elitist weeb. I'm a little bit of an elitist weeb. I can't lie. If you're I don't know, if your anime taste is problematic, that's a red flag to me. That's basically it. Like if you have certain titles in your top 5 anime of all time and it's a combination of red flags, like I can't. I'm sorry. What's problematic? Goblin Slayer. If Goblin Slayer is in your top 5 anime of all time, I'm like, hello? There's just so much material to work with, you know? There's just so much anime to work with, and you mean to say in your top 5 anime manga of all time, Goblin Slayer. Redo of Healer 2, that's another one that I would be like, okay. Who's putting Goblin Slayer in their top 5? I don't know. But just hypothetically, you know what I mean? Hypothetically. If someone put Made in Abyss in their top 5, I would also immediately raise eyebrows. But I would be willing to hear out their explanation. Because I want to know why it's in their top 5. But it would make me really look at the rest of their choices. Because if all the rest of their anime choices, like, let's say they put Made in Abyss, and then they follow it up with Goblin Slayer and Blue Archive, I'm like, I don't know about that. You know? That's bam, 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 red flag, red flag, red flag. It's like a jackpot of red flags, right? I'm like, alright. Let's call the cops on this guy. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up with this guy. I can't. I'm sorry. Like, I'm an elitist in that sense. Okay, I can't do it. I can't. Sorry. I realized my BGM ran out like 30 minutes ago. Abel's sister seems right for this topic. I watched anime back when the only people in my class who were out of the closet were... Oh. That's crazy. That must have been a while ago. Damn. There was BGM. There was! It was Animal Crossing BGM. What if all top 5 is Love Life? It depends on what his room looks like. Like, is he just a normal guy with an intense love for the Love Life franchise? Or, like... if he takes me home, there's gonna be like 5 Love Live girls on his bed. Dakimakura. Undressed. You know what I mean? Like, I need to know where he stands on like massive red flag pervert. I need to call the cops on him. And just a chill guy who likes idols. I feel like there's always a difference. Falcon says I'll leave with my mistake. Why? It's fine. I low-key love to sit next to them when all my classmates hated it. Aw. Yeah, I mean, they know ball though. It really was just like that back in the day when anime wasn't as popular. Like, you would just bond with people who liked anime because low-key all of you would get bullied together. I'm heading to bed, bro. I'm so done. Why are you crashing out? Good night, Mina-san. Good night, Lucy. Rest well. I remember going to Poly, introducing myself as a weeb, and then no one talked to me for a week. I feel that. Like, when I was in university and I just joined, like, a regular freshman orientation, like, the kind that usually gets held by universities for the whole faculty, during self-introductions, I was just, like, sitting around and waiting for my turn. And before my turn, a girl turned to look at me and was like, "You like anime, don't you?" And I was like, "What?" She was like, "You just have that look about you." I don't know what it is. And she said it like a slur. I was like... It wasn't even my turn. And I wasn't even gonna say anything about anime. Whenever I have to introduce myself for the first time to people, I always talk about my cats. Because I have 3 cats now. I used to have more cats. So that would be my fun fact, right? You know, orientations, they're always like, oh, like, share a random fun fact about yourself. Sometimes people use that to talk about their hobbies. I don't. I'm always just like, yeah, I have like so-and-so cats. My mom's a cat lady. Haha, that's my fun fact. That's my vanilla fun fact. Never hit her with the... Is it because I'm Asian? 100 yen. We were in Singapore. This was a Singapore university orientation pre-COVID. Like, we were all Asian. Berserk means you're deep in lore. I think it's an okay thing. I feel like it's a very straight guy anime though. My fun fact is sleeping and a gym. Oh, real. I'd be like, oh, my fun fact is that I like to watch shows on Netflix. I just made myself as basic as possible because, like, I don't know. I just didn't want to, like, stand out in terms of hobbies. I thought this was during your time in New York. Oh, during my time in New York, anime was, like, already a normal thing. So I had a blast, like, talking to some of the other exchange students because they were like, oh, I like Haikyuu. And they were like, oh my god, you like Haikyuu? And then we started bonding over Haikyuu. And then that's why I had beef with my housemate. Because she was like, I don't like Japan. And I don't like Japanese things. Because my grandfather was in the war. And he was one of those impacted by the Japanese. And me and my other housemate are looking at her like, what the fuck is she saying right now? Like she didn't have that crash out in front of like these other girls that were talking about Haikyuu. She had this crash out like in our house when it was just the three of us. And we were like, okay. Like, I guess. Thanks, girl. Like, what the hell? No, not a Korean girl. Like, she was my housemate, so literally another Singaporean. Like, all three of us in the house were Singaporean. So when she was going on this rant about how she didn't like Japan, or like how she doesn't like anime because like her grandfather was in the war and all that, and he told her about Japan and everything, we were like, okay, that's kind of weird. I feel like you can appreciate Japanese culture while still understanding that they committed war atrocities and that they are apologists for their own nation, but you know, I guess she doesn't know nuance like that. Oh, Numo, belated welcome in, by the way. I'm so sorry. I've been like engaging with her chats, but like I didn't actually welcome you in. We had exchange students from Korea. They were open to this, like, oh, the Korean students that I knew, they were really chill. Like, the one I knew was actually like really, really into anime, so yeah. My granddad too, and he bought me a Saitama figure. I mean, some of them are just chill like that. My grandma too, yeah, exactly. So homegirl was just a little, just saying things, and we were just like, okay, girl, all right, like sure, just another day in this house. Nemo says, one of my normie friends caught me watching Umamusu when I was having lunch in my freshman year of uni. Oh no, oh dear. Okay, wait. Me personally, I kind of set that up as bait on my dating profile. I hope this doesn't like reveal too much about me. But like, I think one of the responses that I have on my dating profile, or like that I used to have, was something about how like I want the other person to tell me about their hobbies because I personally like things like, you know, I personally like learning about unique interests or like random fun facts or, you know, just stuff like that, because I also happen to have a special interest in Japanese racehorses. I just left that there in my profile, and I had some people match with me just on the basis of like, wait, you're talking about Uma Musume? Who's your favorite horse? Or like, Uma Pyoy, that kind of thing. So, yeah. What was bait? That little Uma Musu trivia. Kat says, wait, I hope this doesn't reveal too much about me. I don't think it does. We're talking about Uma or the actual racehorses? Both. I just vaguely put down a liner of Japanese racehorses, and then like the people that liked Uma Musu like caught the hint, I guess. You mean the anime? Yeah. I remember my organic chemistry's prof's phone rang in the middle of class once, and I immediately clocked he had a Love Life ringtone. Wait, I love that. I love that. In primary school, in like elementary school basically, when I was growing up, I had a teacher that really liked Fruits Basket. You know, thinking about it in hindsight, that teacher was probably gay or bi, but he was like our IT teacher, or like our computer class teacher, like computer literacy teacher. And like when we were done with the syllabus, basically, because he would teach really quickly and he'd be like, okay, we have like 3 or 4 weeks now where we just don't have to do anything. He would just pull out the projector and he'd be like, oh, here's some anime to watch. And it would just always be Fruits Basket. So that's like a core memory I have growing up of just like this random nerdy IT guy teacher showing us Fruits Basket like one week. But honestly, back then my teachers kind of had like fire taste. My English teacher showed us clips from like Whose Line Is It Anyway and The News, because he really liked stand-up comedy. And if I remember correctly, I might be mixing up my memories now, I believe my math teacher showed us Coraline during one of the years. And my music teacher showed us Phantom of the Opera. Whose Line is an amazing show. I'm saying he really liked that teacher just really liked stand-up comedy, so I think he just shared that affection for it with us. Like, showed us Whose Line, showed us The News. I think his favorite comedian back then was Russell Peters, so we saw some clips of that too. I'm actually more surprised he didn't show us anything from SNL, but maybe SNL was like a little kid inappropriate, that's why. The only anime my school teacher showed the class is Spirited Away. Oh, I have a teacher that was like that in university. Or rather, like, I had a professor that was like that in university because he is a big Ghibli fan. Wait, I'm really scared this is like someone's cover. I'm gonna like pop to something. Anyway. What was I saying? Ah, yeah. I had this professor that I really like. What the fuck? Oh. Whatever. That was Sojiro. Scared me. I was like, why is there a man? Anyway. There was this professor I really liked in university because he had a crazy curriculum. Like, my friends got his class in year 1 as an elective mod. Basically, it was a class that was assigned to them by the school. So basically, by pure luck, they got this teacher. And I was just so jealous of them because it was a philosophy class and I had a different professor for the same like course. But his syllabus was so chill. And his final essay always for this philosophy class is that you can write about the overall theme of the class in the context of any piece of media that you choose. So if I remember correctly, the theme of that philosophy class was happiness and suffering. So all the readings that were assigned were based off of understanding happiness and suffering in terms of various philosophical schools of thinking. And one of my friends wrote about fucking Naruto, bro. I was so jealous. I was out here writing some crazy ass essay for my philosophy class, and this guy just gets to write about Naruto. I was like, bro. And that is so free, right? Like, happiness and suffering. Naruto? Oh my god. Literally, the most free sort of topic ever. And then I had one of my best friends was in that class. And they were really bad at philosophy. And they were really bad at figuring out how to write their essay. They just knew that they wanted to write about Avengers Endgame. Or was it Avengers Infinity War? I forgot which was out at the time. One of those movies. They wanted to write about Avengers. And they could! And I attended the consultation with the professor with them. And the professor looked at me like, are you their lawyer? Like, why are you standing up and asking all the questions for them? I'm like, oh, you know, I'm just here to provide support because they didn't want to come here on their own. And this professor was like, I mean, you know, I guess. Like, sure. What the heck? But he was a really nice guy. Super chill. To the point where I personally applied to get into his class in my final year of university. So in my final semester, I actually did get to study philosophy under this professor. I think the philosophy theme for that semester was wealth and poverty or something. I forgot. I think it was wealth and poverty. So it was just about like class differences and everything. And oh my god, his readings were so fun. His readings for the first week of class, I remember that because it just stuck out to me. His readings were fucking Mean Girls and a Kanye West album. I was like, this guy knows ball. Like the second week or the third week, we actually did get proper philosophical readings because like you actually do need to read some philosophy and it is part of a syllabus, but like imagine applying for a wealth and poverty philosophy class and then your first week of readings is fucking Mean Girls 2009 and a Kanye West album. It's crazy. Which Kanye West album? Wait, let me go back and check. I have to look at the album art. Let me Google this. Kanye West album. College Dropout. I think one of the readings later in the semester was a Doja album too. I believe it was Planet Her. That was interesting. The first? Yeah, I mean, it does kind of tackle the entire point about wealth and poverty. Oh, he made us watch Great Gatsby too. That was also like, I mean, it makes sense in the context of the class. Because, I mean, literally, wealth and poverty. Come on now. He had some cool fucking assignments. I'm saying, this prof was so good. Also, he loved Ghibli. So, it was his, like, tradition, I guess. Where, after we were done with our midterm essays, because our classes were, like, 3-hour blocks, right? After we were done with our midterm essays, which only had like a 1-hour time limit, for the rest of the 2 hours, he would always show a Ghibli film. So when my friends were taking the class, he showed Totoro. When I was taking the class, he showed Laputa. Which is so cool! Like, that guy's my goat. He's my goat. He actually is. Like, I love that dude. I love that dude down. Like, just a chill, like, what, 160 cm Asian Canadian guy. Like, love that guy. Love that guy down. Love that guy down. Short he was, but he has like the energy of like a little elf. Like, he's got so much whimsy in life that I can't hate him. I'm like, yeah, that's my goat. If I had gotten his class in year 1 and I scored an 8, I would have 110,000% TA'd for him. But no, I couldn't. Anyway, welcome to Phobia. I realized I said this stream was about packing and yapping, but I've done like absolutely no packing so far. I don't know, what do you guys think? Because I basically have the chance to cosplay at Holo Expo this year because I bought the cosplay ticket. Like, in Japan for events, you need to buy a ticket to be able to cosplay. And I thought it was a good opportunity because, you know, it's like cosplaying in a foreign country. I thought it'd be fun. But what should I do? I'm trying to decide between Kanade and Korone. I'm personally leaning a little bit towards Korone because I feel like it kind of suits me. But, I don't know. And I'm only cosplaying for like maybe 3 or 4 hours, so I don't want to really like bring a cosplay that's super bulky or a cosplay that will take up a lot of time. It's a bit of a shame because I got my nails done recently, like on Tuesday, and I wanted them to be kind of like silvery in line with like this year's Hololive theme because it's more like futuristic, right? And then I'm looking at my nails now, or like I was looking at my nails after walking out of my nail appointment. I was like, low-key, These are really good nails for a Suisei cosplay. And I do technically have a Suisei cosplay, it's just that it doesn't fit me very well. So that is out of the question for HoloFest. Later this year, maybe, Suisei real, but for now, no. You're only costing for a bit of HoloFest? Yeah, because HoloFest is from 9 AM to 5 PM. And a lot of HoloFest is going to be cute. So I just want to like have time to be able to explore like the expo as well. And the concert itself I think starts at 5 or 6. So I have to account for the time that I would need to like get to a toilet, remove my cosplay, change into a different outfit, and then go for my concert. You know what I mean? So I don't want it to be a situation where like I have to struggle with a lot of things, or like I'm in a rush for the concert, or like worse, I'm late for the concert because I feel like it's gonna be crowded, and yeah, it's a little worrying. That's it. Kanade, you want to make people cry? It would have been good if I gone on Sunday. Kanade would have been perfect then, but no. I'm cosplaying on Friday. Yeah. Everyone's saying Gigi, but like, if only I had her wig. I don't have a Gigi wig. If I had a Gigi wig, I would have totally improvised like a school uniform. Gigi. That would have been funny. Wasted? Yeah, but what can you do? But yeah, I don't know. How much clothing should I pack, guys? I feel like underpacking, because I know I'm going to buy more clothes when I'm there. Falcons is hold. Hold? How long are you there? I'm there for about a week. Slightly under a week, actually. Am I doxing myself right now? Have you been packing? I have like a mental checklist of outfits, Falcon. Does that count? These past 2 hours? No. If you mean like actually putting things into my suitcase, no. But I know exactly what items to get from my cupboard, and I know exactly what to pack. I'm just thinking of how much I should pack, because I feel like I need to... I feel like I'm definitely gonna buy clothes when I'm there, so I don't want to overpack if I'm gonna get new clothes anyway. I also don't want to underpack because that would be nasty re-wearing any clothes. So I don't know. What should I do, guys? It's like a 6-day, 5-night situation. Subaru merch, please. I will think about this. Because the queues might be really long, Phobia. It might be easier to just buy like fest merch online. We already expected this. No packing will be done. Why are you saying that? Jack! How could you? How could you? How could you? I have a list. Okay? I have a list. Whoa! I hate her because she hates herself. What do you mean? Why do I hate myself? Whoa, 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 whoa! 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 Well, I started barking there. That's crazy. That was very Lucy core. Anyway, as I was saying, I don't know. So how much should I pack, right? It's 6 days, 5 nights. Do I just pack 6 outfits? I say just, but I feel like 6 outfits is something. Shizu, my goat! I'd say bring enough clothes for at least 4 days, 3 nights. If you really squinted, you could probably spread it out for the whole time. It won't put too much pressure to buy a whole bunch of clothes just to last the trip. That's true! Weather? Chilly, but I'm planning on bringing, because I got this new anime jacket. Oh my god, I wish I could do like lookbooks, or I wish I could do like fashion showcases. Oh, Melictory, thank you for the follow. Welcome in your Rascal now. I hope you enjoy staying here, and I hope you've been having a good day so far. Welcome. I got a new anime-ish jacket off of Taobao because it was a collab with the series I really like called Shugochara. It is perfect. It's so cute. And I'm gonna be wearing that throughout Japan because I think it'll be just cold enough for me to wear that. And then I was thinking of maybe also wearing like a leather blazer. I don't know if it's gonna be too hot though. It'll be annoying to carry around if I bring a leather jacket. Thinking if it's worth it or not. That's if you're maximizing for buying stuff there. If not, just pack enough for the whole duration. Oh no, I definitely need the suitcase space. I'm gonna buy a shit ton of things. But Melictory, how are you? I hope your day's going good, and I hope it's not too late where you are or not too early where you are. You can always compress them with a vacuum pump. I don't have a vacuum pump. So, I mean, I could rush to get one eventually. Or I could just get one in Japan if I have too many things, but like otherwise I think it should be fine. Sounds like it's time to get a vacuum pump. It's probably not that bad. I'm more concerned on how much free space your luggage potentially has. Probably enough. Probably? Question mark. At most she buys one more. I don't think I will buy that much. Like, homegirl's not that rich. Yeah, homegirl's not that rich. Probably not. Oh, why grass emoji? www? World Wide Web? Oh, you're laughing. I don't think so. Maybe Falcon's cursing at me because it's like, Tao. 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 Yar. Also, I saw this question on TikTok. My worst question actually, or like my most interesting question hasn't been used yet. I'm actually saving that for tomorrow. But you guys can have this for today. Because I saw on TikTok. When would you get a girl flowers? At what point in a relationship do you think is good to get a girl flowers? Jack says, huh? Yeah, like, when in the relationship would you get a girl flowers? Like, is there a time? Is there a marker for like maybe you've been seeing a girl for 2 months, then you're like, okay, this shit's kind of getting serious. I should get her flowers. Or are you like a flowers on a first date kind of person? Or like, is it a only if she's my girlfriend and maybe if she asked me to, it's like 2 years? Interesting. JD, welcome in. Anytime Sorry was lurking and listening. No worries. I hope the conversation's been interesting so far. Or like, I hope, I don't know, what stood out to you? Wait. She's gorgeous? He, she? I'm sorry, I don't know your pronouns. I just looked at your profile and I was like, wait? They're gorgeous? Gorgeous girl? We love that. Okay, you're a she, her. Okay, she's gorgeous? I think it's lovely at any point to receive flowers. Shows you care. Period! 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 I'm like... I'm Gen Z clapping right now. I'm like, clock it. Clock it. If the relationship has been going well and there's a special occasion. Okay, how do you define going well? Like, what's your time limit? What's the time duration on that? Because I saw a TikTok earlier today where it was two guys on a podcast, and the straight guy was like, "You're supposed to buy girls flowers," and the host was like, "What?" And the guy was like, I buy flowers for my mother." And he's like, what about the people you dated? What do you mean? He's like, maybe in like 2 years. And the host was like, 2 years? 2 years? I had the same reaction. If I date someone and sorry, if it's at the 2-year mark, huh? What? I would be stressed. I would be stressed. 2 years is way too long. I'm saying. What if she doesn't like flowers? I feel like that's on them to communicate. Like, if a girl doesn't say that she's allergic to flowers, or like doesn't explicitly say that she doesn't like flowers, chances are she will be flattered. Because I feel like if you're the type of girl that thinks flowers are a waste of money, you would tell your partner that. Or like it's something that would come up in a natural conversation with them, like as you guys are dating. Unless she's definitely allergic. Like for me, for example, I like receiving flowers, right? But I'm pretty picky about the flowers that I receive because I personally cannot have lilies because lilies are really toxic to cats. And I would hate for my baby to like jump on my desk without me looking and then like get in contact with the lilies or something because they are really, really toxic to cats. So that is something that I would outright tell someone I'm seeing, like romantically. I'd be like, okay, I would like flowers, but no lilies. You know what I mean? Like, it's just stuff like that. Stuff like that, I think it makes sense to tell the other person because it doesn't ruin the element of surprise. Like, they can note it down and get me flowers whenever they feel like it or whenever they deem appropriate. But, like, at least they know what not to give me. I would also just be straightforward about my favorite flowers because, like, I like hydrangeas. So to me, I'm like, if I want my favorite flower, I would just tell them. If I wanted something different, I would also just tell them. What are you packing? I'm going to Japan, chicken rice. So I was packing for my trip. Or rather, I'm making a mental note of what to pack for my trip. I will actually put things in my suitcase on Sunday. How long do you think you should date before you want a ring on it? 2 to 3 years. I'm not that young anymore. Any longer than 2 to 3 years, I think might be pushing it a little. It's unfortunate, but that really just is how the cookie crumbles. Like, maybe if I was younger, if I was still in university, I'd be like, maybe 5 years before I consider marriage. I think now, at this older age, I'm like, you know what? If it works out, maybe 2 to 3 years. I feel like proposals and engagements are also very much the kind of thing where both parties have to be on the same page on. So I think as long as whoever I'm seeing knows that from the outset, then we're G. I've had girls had the reaction when I give them flowers. Really? That's so sad though. I mean, I like them. So to me, it's always like, why wouldn't people like flowers? I used to be the type growing up where I would be like, oh, like, don't get me flowers, they're expensive. You should use the money for something else, yada, yada, yada. But it really depends, because to some extent, I agree. Like, don't buy roses on Valentine's, you know what I mean? But, like, you don't have to splurge and buy me, like, a $500 bouquet on Valentine's, you know? I think even supermarket flowers that you wrap by yourself are fine. It's really just, like, the thought and the intention to me. I grew up to my dad gifting crystal roses to my mom. That's really cute. That's a really nice, like, idea. I feel like another possible idea would be like, you know those crochet flowers? I think those are pretty popular. Good talk. 7 Cinema, you're leaving Chicken Rice? Bro. When are you flying? Next week. So soon! I'm so excited! I like spontaneously giving flowers. Like, hey, we've been going out 3 months. I just wanted to get you flowers. That's a green flag though. What? Fathom, are you single? Sorry. I'm joking. I'm joking. But like, you know what I mean? Falcon sighed. No, hey, I immediately said I was joking. On this topic, flower language, do girls follow it mostly? I think it really depends on the type of girl that you're talking to, because some girls might be into flower language, but me personally, I don't know much. I just know that roses are meant to be romantic, and different roses mean different things. And was it gerberas? I think gerbera daisies are meant to be a friendship flower, or was it pansies? I forgot. That's about it. I don't pay very close attention to it, but if a partner were to get me a bouquet with a very specific flower language meaning in mind, and they explain it to me, I would be impressed. I would be like, oh, like, I didn't know that. Like, that's cute. You know what I mean? It's not something that I actively know about, or it's not something that I'm actively looking for, but if a partner likes flower language and they went out of their way to communicate that with me, I would find it sweet. Because I'd be like, oh, so that's what you meant. Or like, that's what your intention was when you gifted these to me. I think intentionality is really important, guys. Communication and intention is really, really important to me. I like plum blossoms. Those are cute. I like sunflowers because sunflowers always face the sun. Oh, that's cute. I used to like sunflowers a lot. But I ended up not liking them as much because I've come to realize that when they shed, they shed nasty. Yeah. I mean, that goes for about like any flower, to be honest. Once it wilts, it gets a little messy. But like, yeah, when sunflowers wilt, they get a little gross. So, not a favorite because of that, but I've always really liked looking at them. Especially wild ones. We don't really have wild sunflowers here, but there was once when I was like in America for a bit where they did have wild sunflowers, and I was just like so gagged because I was like, what do you mean these guys can just like grow on the roadside? And what do you mean like you can just drive past them and see them? You know what I mean? Oh, red spider lilies are pretty, but if someone gave me that, I'd be like, should I be worried? Like, I know the flower language for that flower, and like, I think they're really pretty. But if someone gave me a full bouquet of those, I'd be like, it's because they're pretty, right? Not because, like, someone's dying? Question mark? Question mark? Oh, hyacinths are a nice one. I've talked about this before, but my favorite flowers are hydrangeas. Roses are okay, pansies are okay, tulips are okay. I think I'm just not very picky about flowers. It's just that if I had to pick a favorite, hands down, hydrangeas. I think it's hard to find in Singapore. Yeah. Hang on, this is so loud. Okay, let's see. Oh, I really like the Nemophilias now because of Freerun. I really like the blue Nemophilia flowers. Those are so pretty. My goal eventually, like, because I can't make it in time for this year's Japan trip, I'm going a bit too early. But eventually, sometime in the future, I really, really want to go to that one place in Japan. That one, like, flower park that just has a giant field of anemone flowers. Oh, Kwachi, welcome in. And you brought your dad jokes with you. It's been a hot minute. Forget me not for loyalty, true love, remembrance. Cute. Lily for purity. Oh, I know that one. Rose for love. Also know that one. Juha for friend zone. I didn't know. Tulips. Tulips are cute. They're a friendship flower, I believe. I might be wrong. Kwachi says, how are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm supposed to be packing for my trip, but I'm kind of just like sitting here yapping my ass off. Oh, lotuses are nice. There's a really good spot for them in Singapore, but sometimes they're not blooming. I'm not sure when or in what weather lotuses bloom, but near one of the museums here, there's a really nice pond of a lot of lotus leaves. Sometimes the lotuses bloom and they're pretty. Redeclaring love. Really? I didn't know that about tulips. That's cute. Which museum? Art Science. Deep, perfect love, rebirthing charity. Oh, charity. Oh. Like anniversary? Oh, that is cute. Tulips have like a really like cute shape to them, so I can see that. I forgot. It's okay. You don't have to be put on the spot. I don't know. I think as much as today has been very much like a love-centric stream or like an advice-centric stream, I feel like I'm not a very good person to ask because I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of cynical when it comes to relationships. I'm the kind of person where I'm like, which is ironic coming from a succubus, right? Like, I think I'm a bit cynical when it comes to romantic relationships. I think like, or rather, I personally have a very hard time believing that love is something that is unconditional. Oh my god, wait, trauma dumping low-key. No, I'm kidding. I'm not actually like trauma dumping. But for me personally, maybe because of the way I was brought up, or maybe because of, you know, as a product of all my experiences, I find it very hard to accept or believe that love is something that is unconditional. And then I think because of that, it makes it hard for me to receive love in a way that doesn't harm the other person, whether it's in platonic ways or whether it's in like romantic ways, because I have a tendency to like put myself down or assume the worst of the other person. Like, I saw this tweet the other day where it was a screenshot of someone saying like, oh, like, this person probably finds me annoying, or this person probably like doesn't like spending time with me, like, I'm sorry for taking up your time, that kind of thing. And then the other person is like, why would you think that about me? Like, it's sad that you would assume this about me. And I've been trying to reframe my mindset based on that, because it's true, right? Like, why am I casting such a harsh opinion on other people when it may not even necessarily be the truth and it's just self-deprecating? You know what I mean? It's like, damn. That's part of why I don't DM people. Oh, because you think the same way? I feel like to some extent, right? Like, as much as I think that, okay, for me, I tend to think that about the people that I'm very close to. Because for me, it's like, the more someone gets to know me, the more they get to see the worst of me. And because I keep inconveniencing them with the worst of me, I'm like, damn, I'm kind of a hassle. I have that mindset. But it doesn't apply to me when it comes to new people. Because when it comes to new people, it's, how do I say it? It's like, if they don't want to talk to me, they won't talk to me. That's my sense of new people. Like, if I talk to someone new and it blossoms into something like a good friendship, a good partnership, a good whatever, like, then that's great, right? But if I talk to them and they don't respond, I'm like, you know what? Then I wasn't meant to be. Like, it's fine. Nuo says, Rua, are you and I the same person? Stop. Don't say that. The worst in Rua lates. There's actually a lot more than that. But I think that's fine to admit. Because I think it's very human to be flawed. And it's very human to be messy. And it's very human to have some understanding for a mistake. So that's me. That's me. It's very human to be late. That's what my Batsu guy said. I'm kidding. Cats. Cat, my Batsu guy. I went for a Batsu reading. For everyone else in chat, it's like Chinese fortune telling based on like your name and your birth time and everything. And I showed up late from my appointment for this session with the Chinese fortune teller because I had some work stuff to do. And the moment I walked into his office, he looked at me and he was like, "You're the sort that's always late, aren't you? It's actually because of your name." And then he looked at me as I sat down and he was like, "Every day you're like busy, but like no one in your life knows what you're busy with exactly. So that's why you're always late. It has to do with your name." And I was just like, bro, I just sat down. Like, relax. Like, I just walked into the office. I just sat down. Like, why are you roasting me? He hadn't even taken anything out to do with my fortune yet. Actually, soul reading, my friends that were in the office with me, because like two of us got a reading together. The third one was just like there for laughs. Like, they started howling. They were like, "Lol, we're gonna text the group chat right now." And they were actually just like texting the group chat. Like, it's my all-girl group of friends. I love them. I love them to bits. But they were like, "Bro, he clocked you." Anyway, Falcon is convinced that that's my excuse now. I will actually use it as an excuse. I think it's really funny. But I think the real answer is just that I have time blindness. I'm really bad at estimating how much time it takes for me to do something and how much time it takes for me to get to place. I will either always overestimate it or underestimate it. So it's either I show up to a location like 1 hour early or I show up 5 minutes late. At least. So it depends. Adam says, "Are you also late to dates?" Yes. It's something that I say very quickly as a red flag of mine. If you are a stickler for punctuality and you will rage if people do not stick to schedules or if people are like not on time, we cannot date. Like, we fundamentally cannot date. Oh, my male colleague and I were talking about this, not because we're like dating each other or anything, like absolutely not. Me and him, like, we bro-zoned each other. But he was saying that something that he really cares about is punctuality, and he used to get like really upset when people were like late for things, even when friends were late for meetings, like, or just regular hangouts. I just looked at him, I was like, bro, if we ever like go out like outside of work, people are gonna hate my ass. I'm gonna be late as fuck. If I don't make a focus to be early, I'll be late. Yeah, exactly. Like 5 to 30 minutes late and 30 minutes to an hour late and beyond. It really depends for me, Jack. Sometimes it's 5 to 30. For work, I'm always like 5 to 10 minutes late. For anything outside of work, it can be anywhere from 5 to an hour. Yeah. So I think for me, right, like when I'm dating someone, like they either have to be very understanding of the fact that I'm just going to be late a lot of the times, or someone who's willing to somewhat help with the lateness. Like if we are in this for the long haul, right, they probably would have to help me figure out where my phone and my keys and everything is, because I'm the type that will just throw it all over and then panic about it as I'm leaving the house. Okay, Bedge, good night, Predators as well. Bro, welcome in. Happy Lunar New Year. Hope it's been going well. It's been going pretty good. I only have like one more round of visiting this Saturday, but that's about it. If you're late and don't communicate, it will be a no-go for me. You can be late, but not if you don't give heads up. No, I always give a heads up. Like, I'm the kind that will just straight up be like, hey, I'm gonna be like 30 minutes late. Feel free to just walk around or something. That kind of thing. Or, oh, like with my friends that I go on hikes with every once in a while, like we will plan to get up early for those hikes, right? Because usually it takes about an hour to travel to our hike location. At this point in our friendship, because we've known each other for a couple of years, I'm like, guys, look, I will be honest. I streamed until 3 a.m. today. If I'm not awake by 8:30 and you do not hear from me by 8:30, just hike without me. I will meet you at our lunch spot. And they're like, okay, do you want us to call you? I'm like, no. I'm dead. I'm not gonna hear it. Or like, the last time... Even the one hike that we went on, we were supposed to meet at the hike location at like 9. At 8:45, I woke up. I was like, oh my fucking god. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm definitely gonna be like 30 minutes late. Just either start hiking without me or like just chill somewhere with like shade. I'm so sorry. I'm like grabbing down, that kind of thing. I'm worried the person died on the way there. That's really nice of you to say, though. Heard you yap for like 2 hours. I also forgot what you yapped about. Boo! Boo. Lame. That's great, lovely. What about you, Ro? How was your Chinese New Year? We're all supposed to meet at noon. We text her at noon and she just woke up and she lives like 3 hours away. Oh, that's cooked. That's actually cooked, Numo. You know, when I hear about stories like that, I'm really thankful that I live in Singapore, because, oh my god. If I lived anywhere else and it took more than like an hour to get somewhere, I would die. Like, it would be over. But nothing isn't fixable without communicating. Real. Okay, wait, actually, I somewhat disagree with that. I think if two people are incompatible past a certain point, it cannot be fixed by communicating. Because communicating, I feel like it's kind of like tape or like super glue, you know what I mean? Like, you are piecing things back together and fixing things with the communication, but like if fundamentally the whole thing is broken, it's gonna be tough. Bedtime for me too. Good night, Edge, as well. I'm better on time planning because the transport is less convenient. That makes sense. Wait, speaking of planning, yeah, that's kind of how I ended up, because I'm a very type B kind of person, right? If I don't plan my life or my schedule down, I will 1000% be late. But if I'm overseas, it's a completely different story, because there are stakes. The stakes are that I miss an important train, I miss a flight, I miss different things that actually have high stakes when I want to min-max my time in like a different country. So, for example, the upcoming Japan trip that I'm having, I have like a crazy schedule. I think I can show this because I'm going alone. I don't have any details. Hang on. Is there a way I can, like, without doxing? I should be able to. No. Oh wait, yeah, I would be doxing myself because I would be letting people know where I'm going. Maybe after my trip, I'll show you guys when I'm out of the country, so no one can track me down. But just so everyone has an idea of what my itinerary looks like, my itinerary is down to the hour, starting from 5 a.m. and ending at like 11. So I have, okay, it's not that crazy. It's not like down to the minute or anything. I have like some 3-hour blocks in like certain areas or like with certain events, but like there's nothing crazy, I don't think. It's crazy enough that I have an Excel and designated places to go, to be honest. Anything crazier than that, like that's super type A. I can't do that. She used her brain for once. If I didn't type no, if Falcon didn't type no, or if no one said no, I might have done it. So I would have been like, oh, all this information can be found on the internet. And no one here is going to Japan during the same time. It would have been fine. Right? That's how it works. I think. Brain cell is going to rot. Good night, Falcon. Or have a good bit rot. Also, Falcon, I guess peak tomorrow? I just winged out my Japan trip. I did a lot of wandering and walking through bars and restaurants. Mostly same. Because I just have the areas planned out. I don't have like specific like food spots planned out. Except tomorrow, I thought Friday. Oh yeah, Friday. Sorry. Definitely not tomorrow. I'm super busy tomorrow. I cannot make it for stream. Friday. It's Friday. Sorry. Peak. Technically tomorrow. Shit, Japan, have fun. I had hella packed plans too. Right? I feel like you just want to min-max your time and like see everything and like shop too. But like that's why mine is super packed. And also I'm planning to go thrifting, so I'm really excited. I don't think I'll be able to find anything because I'm kind of chubby and these girls are like small, but we'll see. I hear the thrifting scene is pretty good, so I'm looking forward to it. Please budget. Thrifting's okay. Right, and Spiritual Souls, they did most of the planning. Since you're Japan veterans, oh that's nice. One important question. Yes, Hadrian. I'm not gonna lie, I went thrifting with my friend in KL. I'm now very thrift-filled. Wait, do you have thrifting recommendations in KL, Shizu? Like, next time I go to KL, I really want to try going thrifting. But last time I went to KL, I didn't know where to go. So I was like... I'm a 4XL in Japanese sizes. I felt that. Like... I mean, it's kind of a known... It's a known fact that I'm on the chubby side, right? Like... In Taobao sizing, I'm anywhere from like an XL to a 3XL. Depending on the shop. It's nuts. If you visit Manila, we are still going thrifting. Oh, I want to go thrifting so bad. The thrifting scene locally isn't very good. I'm gonna be honest. But if you're lucky, you're lucky. Like, I've gotten some pretty good cops recently at like the big local thrift store. So I'm happy. It's not the cheapest, but it's not bad. A lot of thrift stores in Sungai Wang Mall. Oh, ooh. Taobao sizings are a lie. I hate them. No, Taobao sizings are always like way smaller. Thrifting in the US sucks. Oh, that's not true, Fathom. I had some good finds when I was in New York. Because I couldn't afford any of the regular like fashion, like from the brands themselves in New York. I think there are only 1 or 2 brands I could afford. Everything else is kind of like expensive because it was New York. So most of the time I would just go thrifting if I wanted like to just, I don't know, window shop, or like if I just wanted to like spend some time elsewhere. And the thrifting there was pretty good. I don't know if the prices were like good, but like from what I got to bring home with me, yeah, I was happy with my haul. New York, New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. It got worse recently because TikTok influencers ruined it. Yeah, thrifting kind of became a trend, so it's been a bit sad. But I don't know. I personally believe that if you really want to thrift, or like if you really dedicate time to thrift, you will find good things. I found a place I went to in KL. I'll send it to you. Thank you. What's in Uniqlo sizing? I'm not telling you that. No one's getting my actual measurements. I'm just giving you guys a range. Taobao sizing always humbles me. Real. Like, sometimes I'll just order like a shirt or like a top where I'm like, okay, this probably fits me. On the measurements here, it looks like it's about right. And then it arrives and it's like the tiniest thing ever. And I have to like literally squeeze into it. Because yes, it does technically fit my measurements, so I didn't consider like how flexible the arm sleeves are, or like how flexible the material itself is, because oh my god, sometimes when you're bloated, you know what I mean? Like, the employees will set aside the good stuff for themselves and buy after their shift. That's awful. It's crazy. I guess that's why you really have to go digging in like some of those bigger thrift places, like over here at Salvation Army. I think in New York there was one big... Was it also Salvation Army? I forgot. There's one of those like big donation places near where I lived back then. So sometimes I would walk over and I would just dig through the racks. Like, there wouldn't always be good stuff, but every once in a while I would find something really good and I'd be like, oh. Welcome in, Rai. You guys have Salvation Army too? That's crazy. Yeah, we have a few. Apparently it's a pretty good thrifting spot. I've never personally been because they're really out of the way. But if you go to the Salvation Army here, that's near where all the rich people live, apparently it's a great place to cop cheap designer. Because, you know, the rich people, they don't really know how to sell or get rid of their stuff, and then they just donate it to the Salvation Army, and the Salvation Army's like, oh, let me just sell it for like $5. It's great if you have time to like search through stuff. That's a military affiliated place, I thought. Really? Most of the time, Taobao shirts or jackets have short sleeves for me and tied around the chest, but okay on everything else. Hey, that's pretty good though. At least it fits. How are you today? I'm supposed to be packing for my Japan trip. I have a mental list of what to bring and what to do. So I'm gonna consider that a job all done. Right, guys? It's not my suitcase yet because I was planning to do that on Sunday anyway. Today was never supposed to be for the actual packing into the suitcase. Today was just supposed to be consolidating what I need to pack because I know where it is. I just wish I could show you guys some of the stuff I was... Oh, so the title was a lie. Well, I wouldn't say it's clickbait, but I wouldn't say it's not a lie. How would I be able to sit in front of my mic and yap if I was packing, hunching over a suitcase, and putting my clothing in? You know what I mean? How could I do that? She lied not only to us, but most importantly to herself. Hey! Hey! That's not true! I have time to pack. It is not an issue of urgency. I already have my packing list done. Means that I just have to find everything and put it in my suitcase. Pretty easy. Have you ported your phone over to a new phone? Yes, I have. There's no more green line or pink line. No more wicked, literally wicked lines in my phone. Yippee! Like, my old phone just sits in my house right now. It's about... This is not about having the time. It's about the stream being called Yap and Pack with me. Sorry, it shouldn't have been called Yap and Create a Packing List of me. That's such a mouthful. It's easier to just say Pack with me. My intention was always just to create the list anyway. Miss Girl! That is really specific. Oh wait! Oh, it's for a drink! Oh, girly pop! Miss Girl, if I see anything Edelgard for you, okay? If I see anything Edelgard, I will snatch it up for you, queen. It's supposed to be 888. Oh my god. So what? Wait, swoon. swoon. Thank you. If I see anything Edelgard, I will go grab it for you. I think the odds are very low because 3 houses in what, 2026? Crazy work, but I'll keep my eyes peeled. Stay safe. Thank you. See you soon. Yeah, see you soon. And happy Chinese New Year, queen. I hope visiting was alright if you were. It'd be like if she does a work stream, no work is getting done. So rude. But you are right. I feel like whenever I do work or whenever I need to do work, I really need to be like in the zone. Like I need to be locked in. And I need to have no distractions. Like no chat. Like music is okay if it's like a 5-hour long playlist, then I won't like really think about it. Or like I'll tune out it. But work is always like I have to lock in. If there are distractions, like it's a no. If my cat is involved, no go. If chat is involved, no go. Like I have to put myself in a vacuum. Storage is more important. I haven't like cleaned out my new phone yet. I still have what, 14,000 photos I think. What's the quantity at right now today? I think it's at 14,000. Oh, it's at 13,000. That's actually not too bad. It's not great, but it's not like bad. Ideally, I will cut it down to maybe like 9K after some filtering. Oh, we'll see. Okay, guys, aren't we all sick of me? It's been 2 hours and 30 minutes. I guess it's time for me to go to bed. Oh my god. I have some questions saved for... Well, no. I have one extremely specific question saved for Friday. I'm excited. It is not safe. It is not safe for work. I will warn everyone. But it's so perfect. Like, it's so... What a better... Sorry. Phrasing. What better environment to ask your friends mildly disturbing and acceptably questions than when on a mountain together, climbing in peace, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. Fukue is also chatting. I know exactly who to rate. Oh, she's doing karaoke today. Hey, girl. Yeah, I know exactly who to rate today. Oh, never mind. She's ending. I just saw. I'm like, oh. Okay. Another raid target. It must be. I have some options. I'm gonna read someone like I'm chill with. Okay. I'll rate someone I'm familiar with because I will probably sleep very soon after this. I'm kind of tired. I have to wake up early. I'll have to tune in to hear what it is from the FG locals. Wait, what's FG? Like, Fate Grand Order? One question, Monka? Yeah. It's not too bad. It really isn't. I feel like it's just kind of crazy considering where the discussion went and, like, what I ended up talking about or, like, what the outcome actually is. Thank you for stream. Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you too. I'll check out your streams too. Are you local by any chance? If you're not comfortable with saying where you're from, that's totally fine. Sila? I hope that's how to pronounce your name. But you're from America. Oh, so it must be early. I hope it's not too early for you then. I hope, like, hope work goes well. I will check you out. I hope to see you around too. It's noon. Thank you. I'm glad it's not too early. Wait, Fathom says you're kind of skewed sometimes? Wait, skewed as in, like, not straight or skewed as in, like my male to female audience ratio? Because my male to female audience ratio is definitely skewed. There's just no denying that. Your perception of weird? Oh. Not really. Is it? Normalcy? I mean, I'm just very chill with sexual stuff. That's about it. Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I think it's just a part of life, right? Like, people have sex all the time. Life is messy all the time. It's okay to talk about it candidly with, you know, like, with others. I don't think there's a need to be prudent about it. Not what I said. Okay. Maybe I misunderstood. I go to sleep now. Bye. Rest well. Thank you, 100 yen. Good night. Anyways, go sleep. Lol, we'll find out. It's not that bad. If anything, it was more to do with linguistics than with NSFW stuff. Oh, you guys will find out. Hopefully I'll do it when Soren is, like, about to fall off a mountain and he gets, like, stun locked. Oh, no, don't get me wrong. It's still NSFW. Like, don't get me wrong, Pookies. It's still not safe for work. And it's still a very Rua type question that will make people go like, huh? But in any case, I will save that for Friday when I'm climbing a mountain with Soren and Falcon. I just wanted to, like, collab with them because it's been, like, a hot minute since I've been able to collab with both Soren and Falcon. So, I just kind of landed on Peak because I just thought that that might be a fun little platform for us to, like, yap on, you know? Because the other option was supposed to be Yap Yap. But I feel like if we're trying to cast spells in Yap Yap, then it might be hard for us to, like, catch up or make conversation. You know what I mean? So I think Peak might be a little bit better. That's my thought process. Falcon, OMG early. Yeah, welcome home, Cheater. Because guess where I'm sending you? Will we screaming in Peak though? Will we? Will we be screaming in Peak? Not when I'm so well behaved. I would never. I went to brain rot. No? You were active in chat. I'm kidding. Everyone. Crazy girl bit is a crazy girl bit. It's never that serious for me. You're definitely gonna scream. Well, yeah. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. I really wanted to come up with a comeback for that, and I was like, no, you know, you're right. You're right. I got humbled like thrice today in this stream. So sad. So embarrassing. Falcon says, I use my brain here. Damn. Well, isn't that fun? You get to like exercise your brain a little bit. Oh my god, it's like Brain Train Academy, like Big Brain Academy, but like instead of Big Brain Academy on yes, it's like my street. Isn't that so fun? I feel like it low-key. Anyway, until Friday's collab, until watch along on Saturday. Saturday's watch along will be a bit later, by the way, because my dinner with my friends is at like 8, so I think I'll probably come home at like 12. So it'll be a little bit later. I'm sorry. But until then, uharuwa, utsuruwa, bye bye. Yow.